As kids, we enjoyed playing with things that we could dump water through, such as like a funnel shape. We may have used that same shape when we're using a funnel, like for changing our oil in our car as an adult. But did you know that you can use that same funnel shape to help define a journey for your fans? We're going to talk about that in today's episode. So, as a consumer or a buyer of goods, whether it be technology gadgets or groceries or something, you're probably exposed to messaging that talks to you right when you need it. You know, the right message, the right time, with the right need, the right content, that sort of thing. And you're the right audience for that content because that is how it's been defined or designed by that company. Like you're like, I need milk, I need certain groceries, or I'm looking for this thing online, or I'm doing Google searches for material to fix my deck, or what have you, some kind of house project. Now, there's things like target marketing that's out there where companies that see, oh, you searched for that, maybe I should show you an ad. That's kind of a method inside the funnel, but more or less, usually messages will appear or come to you at the right time because that is a designed journey or funnel that company has designed for you, their customer. These things are not a fluke. These things are not random. And yes, people are tracking you online, but it doesn't mean that they're stalking you 24/7. What it means is that they've defined the journey they want you to take, and now you're going through that. Whether you know it or not, that is their marketing funnel. It takes you from stranger of their product or newbie to their product, hearing about it for the first time, all the way to potentially raving fans. And you can do this too, where you're taking your fans from stranger to your music to raving fan of your music. In marketing, especially today with all the technology behind it, no one goes from random stranger to true fan of any product, service, or music overnight. It is not by magic, it is by design. But as long as you understand the path that you want your fans to take and the steps you want them to experience along the way, you too can actually learn how to create that kind of content that will help you drive those fans from somewhat interested or newly interested to let's buy everything this person has, true fan, maybe even if it's just regular fan, like they like you, but they're not going to buy everything. But that's okay. That's besides the point. Now, as an example journey, I'm going to lay out just a couple of steps here that give you a little idea of what I'm talking about. So at the top, and we've already talked about this in other videos actually, but at the top, you might be using social media to attract people, create that brand awareness. Like no one's heard of you before, but they come across, a friend that follows you or something. They start to get to know you. They maybe visit your website, but you slowly bring them in, whether it's through Spotify discovery or, like I said, social media, and they find enough interesting about you or enough value in you to become a subscriber. So now that they're a subscriber, the more they hear about you, the more they find your story and your music fascinating. They start to find commonalities like, hey, that person's singing about me because we've had similar experiences. I'm really feeling drawn into this community a little bit more, so I want to find out more. Now they might be considered say, an interested lead or something like that. You could create that definition. So from subscriber to interested lead. Now, as a subscriber or interested lead, they probably got that way because they may have heard something like they get subscribed to your email, of course. So now they're not just on your social, they're on your email list. So they hear from you more often. They might see your name pop up in other places. And now they might see that you're touring for some reason through their town or city, or at least, within a 20-mile radius of their home. So now they want to think about, maybe I should check them out and go buy a ticket. So now they become an opportunity or a first-time customer because they have already purchased a ticket from you. They're just kind of in exploratory mode. So you could consider this a first-time purchase. So after the show, they love the show, they love your content, they come up to you afterwards and they get to meet you in person. You have a heart-to-heart, you create that connection, that experience, that face-to-face time, that human-to-human thing that really is what is the center of building an interested lead to a potentially just passive customer into an actual fan or raving true fan. So you've finished that gap. Now they're going to go home, share your music with friends and family, and really talk you up and continue watching for your next shows. You did it. Congratulations. Now, as much as I've been talking about the marketing funnel framework here and in past videos and other people talking about it in music, believe it or not, the funnel is actually slightly antiquated. In music, it's still used, but it's kind of on the way out in some capacity in corporate America. It is being replaced by what is known as a flywheel. A flywheel is a model that's a little bit more geared toward the more you put in, the more momentum it gets. So consider like content marketing and social media and email and all that sort of thing, continuously feeding a wheel that is based on that momentum, that energy, so to speak. So when you use a flywheel, consider the 3 steps to your growth here. First is attract. The more content and things that you put into it, the more fans you're attracting. Now you're getting it going. It's slowly moving, but this is kind of that slow burn phase that people talk about. It takes a long time to be that music entrepreneur, right? Well, the more content you put in, the more engagement you get, the more your fans start to engage with you. So now, stage 2 is engagement. That engagement continues. You start nurturing them. They sign up for your email subscription list. Maybe they become a Patreon. Who knows? But they really start to engage with you, and they're keeping the momentum going. Now your flywheel is spinning a little faster. Finally, your fans will enter the delight phase. They are buying stuff from you. You are interacting with them. You've built like a personal connection with them. They know your first name. You know their first name. They're part of your community. You can do all sorts of things to delight them, to thank them, to keep them going. And because they're at the delight stage, they will actually feed back in to new fans, people that are starting in the attract phase. So delight actually comes around and keeps the momentum going even faster. And so all these fans are now word of mouth referrals. And now the attract phase starts again with them, and engage and delight, and attract and engage and delight. And this helps propel your growth through organic movement, through grassroots movement. And it kind of takes some of the burden off of you because your music and your community started a flywheel that continues through your fans. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video and excited about learning about the marketing funnel and flywheel. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe, or leave a comment below and tell me what you thought, and I will see you next time.